All right, I'm gonna do Libra. I don't see any comments, so I'm gonna do Libra next. Libra placements. Libras. Message for Libras for Saturn retrograde. Okay, we got options. Maybe illusions. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Do instantly feel like it's about a relationship or somebody pursuing you. And this connection could be obsessive. Either you could be really drawn to this person, but this person could be very, very toxic. And immediately I got, you have the opportunity to avoid a domestic violence situation, possibly. This is a lot. This card is about seduction. It's about manipulation. Somebody could be playing on your emotions. Somebody knows what you like. Somebody is presenting you with, it seems like, a lot of options. And at first glance, if all you see is smoke and the shininess of these cups, you're like, oh, okay, what's that? But then if you choose too quickly before you connect with your intuition or your discernment, and you don't truly just think about what it is that you want and move with intention, you can make a bad choice. You could make a bad choice that will get you in a situation where you could get stuck into it for a long time. This is Capricorn. I instantly got, the devil card is not scary. I don't usually get like bad energy right off the bat. But for whatever reason, when I saw this card reveal itself from behind the Two of Cups, because it's sinister. It's very, very sinister. This combination of cards is sinister because this is what you see. You see somebody possibly showering you with gifts. Some of this shit could even be stolen. I heard some of this shit is stolen. They took it from somebody else and gave it to you. Oh my God. What the fuck? I'm sorry for laughing. It's not funny. I haven't channeled like this in a while, and it's just like... Okay. What sign is this again? Libra. Lord, Libra. The South Node is going through Libra too. So you're learning how to, you're probably having to go through lessons that involve you putting yourself first. And if you've been ignoring the signs, ignoring red flags, the something I said in my Saturn retrograde notes is that if you ignore the signs and you ignore the red flags, the situations that you get into are going to be more and more challenging to get out of. And that's what I'm feeling very strongly with this, because it feels extremely sinister. This card has a sinister energy to it. I'm going to pull some extra notes out just so I can find some keywords that might spark something in the mind for you. But, ooh, like, I don't like it. This is some keywords are temptation, superficiality, enticement, and decoys. Okay? The number 7 is associated with wisdom, spirituality, and turning points. You're at a very important turning point, okay? And I feel like you're approaching a situation where if you don't make the right choice, it's like if you don't choose you, and because you can say no to all this shit, you know what I mean? You don't have to. And if you don't choose you, what you really, really, truly want deep down inside, if you don't learn how to connect to your intuition, your discernment, and what you want for you, not what people want for you, and learn to get okay with pissing people off and making people, like, letting people be upset because you chose you make the wrong choice to appease somebody else, you can end up stuck. It's gonna be a long, hard fucking lesson, so you never fucking forget it. Because this is Saturn. Saturn in Pisces is really giving us an opportunity to reflect. This can manifest well after Saturn goes direct, okay? This is also a card this is associated with Scorpio. It'll be Scorpio season by the time Saturn goes direct. Ooh, I'm like almost shaking. Like, it's about to temptation and desire. Somebody could be playing on your temptation. Somebody could also be very, very well versed in spirituality and magic, more so than you. Astrology. This could be a master manipulator of a kind, of a sort. And you could get trapped into a situation where you're in a relationship, maybe even a marriage. You could get trapped into a situation where you're with this person and it looks like this on the outside, and they could even it could be so sinister that they have a lot, like, they put you in a position where you even make it seem like it's beautiful, but deep down inside, this is what it is. Behind closed doors, this is what nobody sees. It's a very unhealthy and toxic connection. Okay. Somebody could be using romance and lust. They could be playing on your insecurities. There are some red flags there, but if you have learned to like red flags, this person is going to get you. This is it. This card is also, this is the trickster energy, the devil card. And everybody comes into your life to assist you with seeing yourself, to assist you with your own personal journey, whether it seems like it or not. It's all to assist you. Now, some of us get caught up in our egos and it goes too far, and shit don't have to be as bad as it is sometimes. But all of us are just interacting with one another so that we can get a better idea of who we are. This devil card, though, this person, they're probably going to feel like the devil. And this person is presenting you with an energy that you've been indulging in for far too long. And it's like, you know how you have to let kids fuck around and find out sometimes? This is you having to touch the stove to actually learn that it's fucking hot. This is you having to get burned to learn the lesson because you got told no, or you ignored the red flags, or you didn't take the time to heed the signs. You didn't take a moment. You were too enthusiastic. I'm jumping ahead, but I'm gonna pull clarity cards too. I'm jumping ahead because I'm just reading. But this devil energy is when human nature prevails over spirituality. This is when your ego gets the best of you, and you get caught up in a situation where it's not just fun no more. You learn like, oh shit, like, this is really dangerous. I can't always choose my ego, or I can't always choose what's best for everybody else, or what looks good for optics. I can't just choose superficiality. I have to get deeper. This can represent feeling helplessness. Feeling so stuck that you feel absolutely hopeless. Choosing material over spiritual and getting stuck. It could be like incarceration, being in jail, but I feel like it's a relationship that's going to feel like fucking hell. It could be abusive. Could just simply be manipulation is abuse. But there are various forms of manipulation. So it could be let me shut up. It could be abusive manipulation. Because alchemy is manipulation. But if we're looking at the spectrum of manipulation, abusive manipulation is what I'm getting from this. To be clear. Like gaslighting, this could be a narcissist. Like all of those characteristics that those individuals display. That's what I'm getting. And they use a lot of seduction. They're very psychologically manipulative. Yeah. They know how to trick you. It's like they could be well ahead of you when it comes to the trickery. Okay, let's just get some clarity cards, because fuck me. I'm trying to interact with the thing so it don't cut me off. Please share this to anybody who you think it might resonate with. I'm just gonna comment so it don't cut me off, because last time it was like, you're not interacting. comment your sign if you're watching. This is Libra. Please clarify the Seven of Cups. Okay, Seven of Cups. Instantly clarified by Three of Swords. Listen, this is a broken heart. A broken heart, honey. Tears, sadness, grief. Grief. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Deception. Yeah, this is deceit. If somebody approaches you, it's like sometimes something is too good to be true. And that's kind of what I'm getting. There's deceit. It's just adding to the deceit, deception. This is going to lead to strife, turmoil, loss, heartbreak. You could be dealing with some type of liar. They could even be making up stories about having their heart broken, playing on your empathy. Knowing you're a kind person, they could play on your heart. Maybe you've recently had a heartbreak and they come in and they present you with all these gifts and all these shiny things. Give me a little bit more for the Seven of Cups. Thank you. The Sun card. Yeah, I feel like maybe some of you may be in a time of grief, in a time of sorrow, and this person comes in and they just think like whatever it is that they're presenting you, even though it's bullshit, it looks shiny, it looks cool, it looks like it's real. But this person is immature. This is a child. Usually it's a baby on the Sun card. This person is a child. They're deceitful. They are operating out of trickery. Too many cards. This is seduction, manipulation, trickery, deceit. Too many cards are pointing to no. Let's get some clarity on the Devil card and the Two of Cups. Matter of fact, I'm not even worried about the Two of Cups. It doesn't even matter what type of relationship it is. It matters the type of individual you're dealing with. Show me more about the Devil card, please. Stunting a transformation, a rebirth. You could be avoiding a rebirth, a deep soul change, and that could get some of you into this situation. I'm gonna put this back actually. Let me get the Devil card. But that's more Scorpio energy. That's like 5 different cards. I saw Temperance also. So like you having to learn how to temper your emotions and deal with some of the really dark, icky, hard shit. Like if you don't learn how to do the work, do the heavy lifting, it's like you're gonna learn one way or another. And it's like it's best if you choose to take that journey yourself rather than being forced to do it because you got tricked. Think of this like Saw, okay? All those people in the movies, I don't know if you ever saw it, like all these people did horrible things at some point in their life that they didn't atone for and they had no remorse for. And they never changed. And so then they got tricked into a situation where now you're going to have to inflict something similar onto yourself, probably worse. Or you're just going to die. And we did see the Death card. But it's like Pluto's retrograde right now also. So see where you have Aquarius, because Pluto's retrograding in Aquarius. It's going to retrograde back through Capricorn a little bit. And then it's going to, by the time it goes direct, it'll go forward in Aquarius. Back through all those, degrees that it went retrograde through. But anyway, Pluto is trying to make some deep changes. Jupiter is trying to make some expansions. Uranus is also, Jupiter and Uranus just departed from, Jupiter just departed from Uranus. So Uranus is still opposing wherever you have Taurus. So there's some changes, there's some expansions trying to take place in your life. Wherever you could be resisting doing the work, doing the heavy lifting to support you manifesting whatever it is that you want, If you think you're taking a shortcut, you're about to get tricked. Don't do it. You're going to end up stuck. It could be a contract. It could be a relationship. I mean, if it's a marriage, it's a contract. It's some type of bond. It's some type of relationship. It's some type of joint venture that you end up in with somebody else where you thought you was going to avoid this heavy lifting and you end up doing it anyway. The Seven of Wands is all the strife. And oh my God, this is too many. But the cards that came out, oh my God, just like, can it get worse? I feel like you'll be very optimistic about this situation at first. At first, it's gonna seem like you can go anywhere, you can have anything, the possibilities are endless. But then you're gonna end up here, and you're gonna be like, "How the fuck did I get here?" Ten of Wands is again heavy lifting. It's about doing a lot of hard work, and maybe you've taken on other people's responsibilities, and maybe you didn't do it intentionally or knowingly, but you ended up in a situation where you ended up being sort of a slave in a sense. That's what it feels like. You're having to do, maybe it's emotional labor for somebody else. Maybe you're having to, maybe if it's a creative bond or project, maybe your job has presented you with this thing and it feels like it's too good to be true, and they tell you, we're going to give you this, this, and this, and this, and then you didn't read the fine print in the contract, and now you stuck, and they got you doing every fucking thing. They make you feel like, oh, you just gonna be like overseeing, you know what I mean? Making this decisions. You're gonna be in a position of power doing whatever. And then you end up on the fucking fields doing the hard work, doing the heavy lifting, doing shit that you overqualified for. That's really what I'm getting from this. And it's gonna lead to burnout and exhaustion, and it could stunt your creative abilities as well. This situation has the potential to manifest a lot of unnecessary trauma for you, whatever it is. Two of Cups, just cause. Two of Cups. This could end up being a lot of fighting, where it's supposed to be a collaborative project, and you should be working together, learning from one another, helping each other grow in a mature, stable way. With this Three of Cups energy, it's probably just going to end up being competition, egos, jealousy, fighting, not being able to really truly get anything done. Unless you do it all yourself, because you're working with a bunch of people who may be jealous, may be unqualified. Whatever it is, it stank. Let's get some advice, some guidance from the creative. What is this deck called? Creative Oracle deck? Creativity Oracle. Excuse me, I'll just be calling it the Creative Oracle. All right, Libra. All right, we'll take two. Risk and resistance. Understanding why you resist what you have to do is a crucial part of the creative process. Why are you resisting doing this deep inner work with yourself? What boundary are you avoiding? And how, like, that having the potential to lead to a bigger unnecessary boundary that actually creatively stunts you due to trauma. It's like, if you had the hindsight, you see maybe it's not worth it, possibly. But whatever it is that you're avoiding, whatever it is that you're resisting, really get into why. Really ask yourself why. This is the imagery on the card. Let's put it here so you can see it without the glare. $65. This card is an indication that problems related to the matter in question are the result of either you or another person involved resisting doing what you know you have to do. Selecting the resistance card is a reminder that you that what you resist persists until you understand why it makes you feel the way you do. It is easy to reject something, but resisting it means that it stirs us emotionally but pushes our buttons. It gets us off on a tangent where we are where what we are resisting becomes the focus of our thoughts more than what we are trying to create. Yeah. And I think you probably make choices because this can be fear and anxiety. You probably, if you make a choice out of fear, you're gonna manifest a situation that's truly worth you being fucking scared. It's easy to reject something, but resisting it means that it stirs us emotionally. It pushes our buttons and gets us off on a tangent where we are resisting becomes the focus of our thoughts, and where what we are resisting becomes the focus of our thoughts more than what we are trying to create. Pulling the resistance card often means that you need to understand and overcome your resistance to an approach, to a technique, or to producing a particular result, because your resistance is preventing other aspects of your creative process from making magic on your behalf. Absolutely. I think the bigger message is don't make a decision out of fear or anxiety or lack mentality, out of fear of loss, because it probably will lead to heartbreak. It ain't no probably. If this reading resonates with you, if it makes sense, or you feel something about it, yeah, it's going to lead to heartbreak. Risk. Be aware or you will have to beware. Listen, if these cards could not echo what I'm saying any louder, be aware or you will have to beware. Do not deny the risk and hazards that you see. Don't get cocky. Don't get too cocky, okay? Don't get too excited. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't have the idea of everything's gonna be fine. What was that movie we just watched, The Beekeeper? Like, the dude was so fucking cocky. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Okay, the risk says, risk is an indication that you are inquiring about, is an indication that what you are inquiring about involves a risk, either socially, professionally, or in rare cases, physically. If you do not see any risks, laws, or rules that must be followed regarding the situation in question, then you must look harder because they are there. Social media has made everyone a critic. So avoid subjecting your creative work and yourself to unwanted attention. Don't gamble. Be careful to use only supplies and techniques that have not been shown to adversely affect the health of people and pets. 11:11. Make sure that your work does not use components copyrighted by another person. In the Kabbalah, plagiarism is the equivalent of murder because unattributed copying metaphysically kills the soul of the person who originated the work. Make sure you are not risking having your work stolen, copied, or damaged in some kind of way. You could end up in a situation where you have done wrong by other people, and now this is your karmic justice. But you can also avoid just like having taken the wrong turn and ended up in a situation where you have to learn a hard lesson, when you could have just taken the risk that involved you doing the hard labor of internal work. You know what I mean? It's really about you and your relationship with how you make choices, how you achieve your goals, your relationship with integrity. This could be you offering somebody something. Oh, that movie came to mind for a reason, because it's about they were scamming. They were scamming in that movie. So there's an air of deceit, dishonesty, manipulation, all of that. Saturn in Pisces, this retrograde is bringing that shit up to review. And if you do not review things and go through things with care, compassion, integrity, honesty, you're gonna get fucked. So don't be this guy. I mean, let's get another card for Libra placements. And this could be somebody that you are connected to, but I feel like this is a situation. This is a warning reading. I feel like this is a warning reading. That card just flipped all the way around. Card for Libra. Witch. I said this could be somebody familiar with the dark arts, with the magic. Somebody could be you could end up where somebody put a spell on you, and that's a hard. Well, listen, that's a hard thing to get out of. Somebody put roots on you. Anything else for Libras? Everybody else been having more than one card. I would just take that one. The witch card came out. She's making a tincture, a potion. Maybe it's time for you to connect to your own spirituality and to your own spiritual gifts and ability to alchemize using tools within nature to assist with your spiritual journey, to assist with your healing journey. Some of you, this is like physical healing, ailment related. Making choices out of fear can put you in a situation where you have to rely on other people. Okay, page 84. This card says the metaphysical witch is unlike any other witch that as the basis of the craft exists in the metaverse beyond the far reaches of the physical world. In the witch card, we see a small cauldron, colored smoke emerging from the lid while a hand slowly drips down a magical concoction of herbs. Excuse me. Each herb together creates an elixir of the planet. A tincture is an extract of plant or animal material that contains a concentrated amount of herbal extracts. This card appears when it's time to be very mindful of how you are delivering messages, thoughts, and your general vibrational output. Is your cauldron boiling over or sparkling? Are you producing thoughts that propel you into a ritual of a happy witch, a sad witch, or a badass boss witch? If this card appears beside the food meditation card, it's a sign to take note of how you are speaking to yourself and what you are feeding your body. It may be time to incorporate some supplements into your daily diet. Plant spirit alfalfa. Okay. So yeah, having some type of tincture or herbal remedy can assist if you have some type of physical ailments. I feel like there's some underlying messages in this card that I'm not able to connect to right now, and hope it comes to me by the time I move on. But yeah, just becoming more aware of your metaphysical energy, your thoughts, the thoughts that you're feeding, the ideas that you're feeding, and the people who you allow to implant ideas into your mind. Be mindful of all of that, because I feel like this is more about the alchemy of just human nature. Okay, let's pull one last card for y'all. Anything else for Libras? With arrows, so romance, again, romance, seduction, lust can all be a factor. It's like somebody knows exactly what you want and they're using it against you. Waning gibbous. I think that's the second time I saw that. I feel like another card wants to come out. Anything else? Last shuffle, make it happen. 11th house and solar eclipse. What has happened in your social group since the solar eclipse? In your friend groups? Shit. Okay, Vesta. Waning gibbous. Waning gibbous is The key word for this card is sharing. It says, as the moon begins to get smaller, you may feel an urge to share recently acquired knowledge with your community. Reflection doesn't always have to be a solitary act. Communication about your feelings can help prepare you for upcoming stages. Look at it this way: if someone else's information could help you, wouldn't you want to share it? Wouldn't you want them to share it? You could also be feeling out of the loop or shunned by your community. Being ostracized hurts, and you should share how you feel with those around you. This behavior could be unintentional, so don't write anyone off yet. So yeah, I think it's important to again, not make decisions and choices out of fear, anger, manipulation, out of lust or lack mentality, because then you can get easily stuck into a cycle where you continue to do that. What the fuck? What is happening? What is happening? Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna just try to ignore this for the 4 minutes and some change that is gonna allow me to stay on here, and I guess I'll have to just restart it. I don't know why it keeps doing this. But yeah, you could be just feeling energy being off and playing on that and making decisions from a place of fear, or like, oh, if they think they're gonna get me, I'll get them first, and you can have it all wrong. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So just make room for having the courage to make choices out of a place of assurance. Like, sit on it, sleep on it, think about it, meditate on it. You know what I mean? Ask for advice. Ask your therapist. If you don't have a therapist, maybe a good time to get a therapist. You know what I mean? Like, just don't jump to conclusions. I'm gonna read Vesta, and then we'll be done with this reading for Libras, and then I'll come right back. Nurturing, warmth, focus, devotion, tending, and sacrifice are some keywords associated with Vesta. Fire, candles, donkeys, hearths, kettles are also symbols. Right now it's all about you and you reconnecting to your passion. Where does your spark of inspiration reside, and how can you turn it into a roaring fire? Sometimes we feel that initial urge to create, but we don't know how to direct it productively. Vesta grants us the gift of focus. Everything is falling into place, and will continue to do so as long as we stay genuine to our desires. You may be asked to give something up in exchange for getting what you want. How much are you willing to sacrifice? Follow your instincts and your intuition, and the choice will be easy. Once you make this decision, you will have to give it 110% and see it all the way through. So I feel like you're gonna have to do some hard work either way it goes. Anytime there's a Saturn journey, watch the Saturn retrograde breakdown that I did. Anytime there's a Saturn journey, it's hard, long, laborious work, and it's necessary. You're either going to do it for your goals or do it because somebody else tricked you into doing it for themselves. That's how I feel. This is probably one of the best cards that we could have ended this reading with, but it's like choosing yourself, choosing your goals, choosing your desires, choosing your intuition, and acting and moving from a place of love, not fear. Excuse me. This card is called the Keeper. It's like what you have is for you, unless you get tricked out of it. You know what I mean? I won't say unless you get tricked out of it. What's for you is for you, is for you, is for you. But there are some people who can trick you and keep you from having what is for you by making you do labor for getting them what's for them. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. I'm not gonna ramble. Yeah, I hope that was insightful and helpful to the Libra placements. Yeah, this situation, I think that's worth avoiding for sure, Libras. If you can make the right choice, please do. Don't make it out of fear. Don't make it out of lack mentality. Don't make it out of anxiety or lust.